Yo! It's good, Josh Project, man. Today we're back again with another video. This is going to be Theo Von's funniest moments on the Joe Rogan Experience, JRE. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see some of his funniest moments. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting a kick out of him, man. So we're going to go see how he was on Joe Rogan's podcast. But anyway, funniest moments from that. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's get straight into it.
Where were they again? In France?
Wiggers, I think they called them.
No, Wiggers are white people that wish they were black. It's a totally different thing.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Why he laughed like that?
We had the first one at our school growing up, and they put him in learning disabled classes.
The
How
first
crazy
one
is that?
ever?
Yeah.
What?
You guys had the first one ever? I doubt it.
We had one of the
What year
first
was
60 or
this?
70. This was probably 1992.
No, dude. Vanilla Ice was around in the 80s.
But nobody'd seen anything like this boy, Brian Purvis,
Oh, man.
Brian Purvis?
Yeah.
Tell me about Brian.
bro. Just blowing. Dude, they put him. He was just always blowing menthols, bro. And he would.
Joe- the menthols.
Joe Rogan's
He would
laughing
get
so
Charlotte
hard.
Hornet starter pullover.
Sound like when you slow letting out the helium.
Pack it.
No. Did he have cools? Did he smoke cools too?
Dude, he smoked whatever, bro.
Newports?
He would get cheaper cigarettes and then write the name of them on the side, right? Like
What?
he came in hot. And but he was always dribbling an invisible basketball.
No.
And they put him in
Oh,
class
my
with
gosh.
the mentally handicapped kids. So you'd have at lunchtime, you'd have
Mentally handicapped?
a kid in a wheelchair, you'd have, a kid with DS, you'd have that, kind of blind kid with the stick,
The
and
blind
then you'd have
kid
him
with
just
the
dribbling an
stick?
invisible basketball, bro. They're like, he's mentally handicapped.
What kind of shit is that?
I'm like, he likes boys to men, bro. He's fine,
Whoa, what?
And he dropped out after 8th grade. I find that the moon.
Wait. 8th grade, bro. Come on
Went to
now.
the moon seemed like something Delta could get to if you really think about it. Like, you know what I'm
Delta
saying?
Airlines?
Yeah, like if they.
Not Southwest, though, right?
I mean,
They seem a little shaky.
yeah, it seemed a little bit shaky on there. Some of the people on there are wearing shorts. You know what I'm saying? When you get on, I don't trust anybody in shorts, especially at church.
Right. Yeah.
Well, they're
Shit,
aerodynamic.
you know what? That's fair. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. If you wearing shorts at church, that is kind of wild, bro.
You ever seen a Dutch person?
They're big.
Well, and also they're extremely. If you look at their faces, they're extremely aerodynamic.
So you think they travel through space better? Is that what you're saying?
I think if you taped like one to the front of a plane, it wouldn't. It wouldn't be that hard. That happened, but I took some
Taped
mushrooms
is
one
crazy.
time to a.
Nah, taping somebody to a plane is wild. Like, go get some freaking scotch tape.
Party in high school because
With a
I grew up
Flint
in an
seal.
area where you could just get mushrooms. I mean, psychedelic mushrooms grew on everything. They grew on your fucking cousin's back if you took a long enough nap, So we would ride out and go get them. I remember one time getting a trash bag of probably about 35 pounds of mushrooms, right?
Good
So
Lord.
we picked all
Boy,
day.
you be gone for days, weeks. Good Lord. Pounds?
And one time a golden retriever came running at us across this field and we thought he was pissed because we were tripping, and then he got to us. We ran for like a half mile. He got to us finally. We're crawling away from him thinking he's evil, and he just fucking loved us and licked us. So I took that bag of mushrooms to that party,
Right.
and a bunch of people ate them who'd never had them
Oh,
before.
no.
Uh-oh.
And then we played a game of hide and go seek, right? I was like,
Oh,
no.
that's even worse. Oh, if they weren't, hey, if they weren't lost before, they definitely gonna get lost
You
now.
hide in another dimension.
I was like, I'll count.
I was like, bro,
You guys go
they
hide,
definitely
right?
got
Oh,
lost.
no.
And I never went to fucking look for him.
Yep. I think they was
That
trying to
was
find
the end of that,
themselves.
bro. I never seen one dude, this boy Timothy, I never seen that dude again.
He's still
I'd
driving
see
around where
him.
he's at.
I wouldn't watch for long, but I
you
would.
watch
Bro in
through the
another
window?
galaxy.
No, I'd sneak out to the kitchen because the computer was kind of in the kitchen. They had a nice house.
Right.
And the computer, I'd have to
computer was in
elbow
the
crawl
kitchen.
over to the fridge. And, bro, I would have to open the fridge a little, reach in with my hand and press that light thing so the light
Right.
wouldn't come on. Then open the door the rest of the way and fish for a snack. And he's over there just in the glow of that screen, bro. And that's back when the monitors were big, and he's just over there just fucking looking for the devil.
What?
You cannot be transracial.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Dude, if I
allowing
could
that.
just sprout brother in the afternoon, bro, I would do
Sprout-
it. Yeah, it's just-
Wait, what kind of phrasing is that? Sprout brother in the afternoon?
Dude, if I could just
What kind of
sprout
phrase
brother
of
in
word
the
is that?
afternoon, bro, I
Would
would
you?
do it. Yeah,
Would
just
you?
to try it out.
Why?
Just
you're
try it
great at
out.
being white.
Just those long
on, man.
muscles and just
Long muscle.
Wait, why did that translate to muscles?
yeah, I feel like you like.
That's racist.
Yeah, nah, he just wanted to say nigga. That's it.
All black people don't have long muscles. Mike Tyson had short muscles.
Well, even those short, long muscles that he had.
Short,
man. Bro, I'd be anything. That's like the Lamborghini of bodies. When you see a black guy, you're like,
Bro, now even though that's a compliment, like, bro, being black people is the Lamborghini of bodies. Who thinks of that, bro?
damn, bro.
Think so?
Bro.
But
The
they lost me with those
Lamborghini of
ballads
bodies.
that they were doing for those love movies.
I needed that shit, though.
Did you?
Yeah, I was that emo Nemo, bro. I was fucking swimming around in my own tears a little bit when I was a kid. I always am. But, man, I love what you said about Joey Diaz, dude. I found myself watching him the other night. And before I knew it, I was out of my seat like this, bro.
Fist bumping.
Like I was at the end of Rudy. Like it was the end of fucking... And I'd never done that. Everybody, I think, wants to be a little bit black.
Whoa, all right.
If you could have a pint of black blood right
Hey,
now.
we are pretty, not to say it's people that get out of hand, but we're all pretty good, man. We're
We're
pretty
African
good.
American. Yeah.
We're pretty
Yeah,
good.
you seem a
Sicilian.
little tribal.
Tribal?
Yeah, bro. Have you ever seen yourself? Yeah, dude. You're fucking the closest thing we have to like, yeah, man, I think so.
Closest thing to what? Closest thing to what? Finish it.
Blatantly obvious, dude. You got dead air. To me, the hard part for me is when they say that the universe keeps expanding, you know?
Yeah.
It sounds like something a child would say. That part sounds fiction to me. Like it just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. You're like, what?
Hey, whoa, what? Hold on, now that is a what? Take that all the way back. What you mean keep growing?
It sounds like something like my 4-year-old nephew would say if like he won't go to sleep at night.
Rhonda Patrick had something. She tweeted about that a couple of days ago, I believe.
Oh, there's some mud rats out there that have no genes almost, I feel like.
Like mud rat humans?
Yeah, just people that are just smoking their own dicks out there who have no real idea. I talked to your buddy Eddie Bravo, and that guy is a real.
He's out there.
He's like a deaf Jack Russell almost, you know?
A deaf Jack Russell?
Yeah, because once he gets going, you can't.
Oh, Jack Russell Terrier?
Yeah, you ever been around one of those dogs? You open the car, and then the next thing you know, they're at the
Yeah.
they're like sick. Yeah,
But well, how's he deaf?
because you can't get him back. Like once he
Wait,
goes,
what?
you can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't get him back in the car.
Oh man, hey man, we're gonna check out the second part actually as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
If there was
I think I'm gonna post this tomorrow, which I'm gonna be gone for a little bit. For a good little bit of the day, so we'll give you an extended video. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and check out the second one as
pill
well.
that they could give you that would eliminate your need for sleep, you would have 8 whole more hours to do whatever you want during the day. Like imagine if you didn't get
What in the
tired
world?
like that.
I don't want that.
You don't want that?
Yeah,
No,
sleep
because
is
what I'm
good.
going to end
Sleep
up
feels
doing
good.
is I'm going to end up doing.
Cocaine.
There's no way if I had 8 more hours I wouldn't cheat on my wife. I don't have a wife, but if you gave me 8 more hours in a day, dude,
That would be it.
it would be fucking.
be the that boy be the nighttime demon.
You know, I used to be into it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I'll
Right.
Fucking,
Him getting all gritty with his teeth.
Yeah.
It's
Me
crazy.
hear a grr. That's real.
I'll sweat
That's
on
a
your
Hulk.
fucking children.
Whoa.
You know what I'm
Jesus.
saying? Like that's who I was,
What? Wait, what does that mean?
bro.
What
You know what I'm saying,
about?
dude? I'll fucking eat one of my own hands, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like that's who I
man.
was,
You
bro.
were crazy.
My friend Dave got pushed off a boat and he got hit by it. When we went over him, he got pushed off the front.
Oh, man.
and it fucking hit him.
propeller? Where?
Yeah,
Oof.
I'm not sure. He wasn't that great to start off with, but it didn't help him. But I don't think it harmed him much.
Like we pulled the tab off the top and took a hit of it, and it just burned.
Where you saw his voice went out.
Like we pulled the tab off the top and took a hit of it, and it just burned all my nostril hairs off.
Oh man, it felt like somebody was fucking playing Legend of Zelda in my lungs, bro. That shit was.
Come on, a little bit for me. I can fake it.
It'll help you lift weights, Jamie.
I already did today.
I feel like a sword just came on me.
What? Bro, it's some stuff he be saying that like there's no way you could properly like put that in the context, bro. There's no context you can put to explain that.
Let's get like a small plant or something. How long does it take a plant to make air, oxygen?
To make
Like a hot 40-year-old
To
goes to
make
the gym.
air.
That's my kind of girl.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh man.
I'm trying to think of if I've made love to anybody like that in my life.
Very sharp.
Gotta go
We
down
had
the
a dude try to
Rolodex.
fast himself out of being gay. I remember one time.
Fast.
How many days?
I think he did almost 40 days or 20-something days.
Christ.
Do you want to wear headphones or no?
Oh, yeah, you want to put them on? I didn't see you had yours on.
I feel like Malone here in headphone land.
Yeah, it is weird,
Oh,
huh?
now you're back.
It's like when you put a condom on and then the other person's just still looking at their phone. You're like, oh, this
Wait,
is
what?
weird. And the person, I mean, is a woman, too.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ,
maybe.
You gotta tell
It might
everybody,
be one
huh?
of those.
Well, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
But meanwhile, guys generally carry more shit than women do, right? I guess not. Women carry makeup and stuff.
And guys have their nuts, too, which is like in a little bag, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
So it's almost like your dick has like a little purse. But, dude, one time we did
Schizophrenic breaks.
we did some LSD, right?
Wait. I ain't never heard nobody phrase it like that ever, bro. He said, like your dick got a little prize. Bro, oh my gosh. What,
You know what I'm saying?
God,
So it's almost like your
I
dick
didn't
has like a
think of
little
that, bro.
purse. But dude, one time we did
Schizophrenic breaks.
we did some LSD, right? We were children,
Really?
right?
Like
So we
watching?
went to the Waffle House because it was open, you know.
Yeah,
Like
why?
when you were
Why
on
else would you
drugs,
go?
you were a
Everyone
kid,
open.
you basically like that's the downside of having any place that stays open all night. Is like
Right.
people are gonna come there.
They're all on drugs.
Yeah, you know,
No
that's how
one's
that
sober
works.
at Waffle House.
Right? So we get there, dude, and we're in there, and my buddy starts laughing so hard he's like kind of convulsing a little bit. My buddy Scott, and the
Whoa.
waiter was a
Jay,
black
he all right.
gentleman and a gay guy, and we never seen a gay black dude, right? So anyway, he starts doing the Heimlich maneuver on my buddy, right? And
Uh-oh.
he wasn't choking;
Well.
he was just losing his shit because he was so
I don't think he was doing a Heimlich maneuver, bro. I think he was making some other maneuvers.
fucking geeked up on LSD, right? So, bro.
This dude's doing a Heimlich and he's not
This
even
dude-
choking?
He's not even fucking joking.
Did you tell him he wasn't choking?
I couldn't speak. I was laughing so fucking hard.
I told you he was getting into some different type of maneuvering, bro. He wasn't even choking. He was putting it in the guts.
Unreal, dude.
He was doing one of these right here. That's what he was doing.
Then how did he figure out that your buddy
What
wasn't
happened,
choking?
bro? I think I disappeared and just woke up in the 6th grade.
All right, I'll ask you again.
The 6th grade.
I'll do it in a girl's voice. Maybe it'll make you feel better.
Yeah.
Theo, are
Oh,
you ready
whoa.
to be a real man with me?
Fuck yeah.
Nope. Not buying it at all.
Damn, dude, what?
Not buying it at all. If I was a cop, I'd arrest you for lying.
Oh, come on, bro. We're used to that, you know.
Well, a lot of people have a really hard time delaying gratitude,
yeah.
which is why they overeat,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
why they don't exercise, which is why they take pills.
Type
They want
shit.
it now.
Jerking off, even.
Yeah?
Yeah,
The number
that's
one.
another way.
Is that your number one?
I mean, it has definitely for my 20s.
Do you try not to look at porn?
Yeah.
When somebody try to specify what had happened, they probably still do it.
How's that go?
I mean, it's gone better. I like probably volleyball chick.
A strong
Why you
girl,
keep gritting his
athletic.
teeth?
Yeah.
Yeah, some athleticism.
I like it.
Maybe has a family member that can't speak English that good.
Oh,
A family, just a family
Foreigners.
member. for that?
Foreigner or even mentally fucking
happy
unwell.
to be here. Oh, mentally unwell. You like that?
Mentally unwell.
Dude, we used to get high when we were kids, and we go outside and get high, and then I'd come back in early into my buddy's house, and I would tell his dad, I would be like, "Oh, Mr. Mike, man," because his dad was like had a lot of like anti-gay energy, you know. I'd come in after we'd been out there
Anti-gay
smoking weed. I'd
energy.
come in and I'd be like, "Mr. Mike, man, they were being, I don't know, Richard was over, and people were just being kind of."
Touchy feely.
Yeah, it's just real strange out
You
there.
bait him? Did you bait him?
Yeah, bro. So then, dude, my friends Adam would come back inside, man, and his dad would be like, "What in the fuck have you boys been doing out there? You've been queering them." and I would be dying with laughter.
Queering around.
And they were so high, they didn't know how to explain that they hadn't been, queering.
They're so high.
Queering
You set
around.
them up. Do you feel bad about that?
I feel great about it. Like, I've wanted more people to kill people.
Just so you have more of those shows to watch.
Fucking hate to say that.
Hey, no.
I think there's plenty of
No, come on, bro. You can't be asking for more content like killing
Stories
so you
from
can
the
watch,
past.
bro. Come
No,
on,
I've
man.
seen them all. They'll
New ones.
repackage them.
That's a very demonic state.
Everybody
to be
knows it,
saying
bro.
that, bro.
We
you need
need
new content.
we need
I-
people
that's
to
what I'm
freaking.
But
People
here's the
start
thing: you
murdering
take
each
those
other.
pills, they're not going to invite you to that cookout. You still got no friends.
You just had
Not
home
the
on
good
pills,
guy.
dude. I've done it.
You go deep, huh?
Word.
Oh, dude.
Trust me, I believe every single word from him, bro.
But you're that dude. You go deep with whatever the fuck you're doing.
I
Let's
like
go.
to get right on the fucking. I like to be a peeping Tom if I can. I'll watch your whole family eat dinner.
What?
I used to love that shit.
on
boy.
coke.
Whoa.
On coke.
On anything, boy, I fucking love to watch a family eat from the distance. Dude, one time I was.
What? Bro, I ain't gonna lie, yeah. Nah, bro, and bro's creep come out when he on
This
something.
bus, man. I used to go work at this farm in the summer, and so I would take the bus up there to Greyhound, and they had this dude on there. He's sitting on there, and next to me, and he's like, "Hey, you want to see something?"
Oh,
And I thought it
see, I feel like you already should know you in danger when somebody start with that.
was gonna be his dick, you know, because it's a freaking Greyhound
If he
bus.
says, yeah.
But and I said no the first couple of times, but the trip got longer, and I was like, all right, fuck it, yeah, I'll see it. He opened up, he had a bag of jewelry and a gun. He had robbed a jewelry store before he got on the
Jesus.
bus.
Oh,
Christ,
why
why'd
did
you-
he want to show you that?
See it?
He just wanted,
Who was
I think he
covered?
wanted to kind of take some of the pressure off of him by sharing it with somebody else. So
Yeah?
suddenly, I think he
I
made
guess.
he's like, I got an accomplice or something. And then he even said, like, oh, we should get off at this next stop. And I'm like, I'm not in this shit.
Right.
Oh.
Real friendly people.
If I die, or whenever I die, I am going
If that were to happen.
to, I want the last person I see to be Filipino.
really?
What?
Easily.
That's just such a random thing to say, like, for that
Who do you wanna
specific
see?
occasion.
Why Filipino?
You telling me you're dying, right? You're
Right.
like, oh, gosh. And then some guy's like,
gosh.
hello, my name's Joey. Oh, and then one time I went into a place and the lady's like, this is the strongest one they got. This
Yeah.
bitch is the strongest. She's like, every hit is like smoking 5 cigarettes. That's what she would say, dude. Like, and then she would fucking hit it, and no joke, her hair would curl, dude.
Smoke's coming out of her ears.
Yeah, you're like, damn. I remember when I was young, we tried to get the government, somebody kept throwing dead animals in our ditch, right?
Whoa.
And,
Just which type of ones? Just throwing bears in there and squirrels and just what moose was in there? Like, I mean, what kind of animals
yeah,
was in there?
on
What
McGee
kind of
Street.
animals?
All right, Joe. It just gonna steal like exactly what I got done just said, bro.
Carcasses.
Literally
Nothing you'd shoot, I don't think.
nothing. You
Yeah,
shoot.
hefty raccoons, dogs, things like that. I think it was somebody who had like
Oh,
on
man.
a mild veterinary type of thing going on, and they would on the way home they would dump the animals, and they dumped them
man.
in our neighborhood.
A mild veterinary thing.
And anyway, so we call the government and be like, come get these fucking bones out of here, because there'd be kids out there fucking playing with them. You got kids out there beating each other with damn tibias and fucking humming Cossacks at each other and stuff, and
beating each other with tibias.
because it's in the ditch.
Right.
And so,
Why they
anyway,
getting
I was
in
never a
there?
big fan of government after that, right?
What the
And,
fuck did the government ever do with that? With the ditch?
What'd you ask me about?
We don't even
And
know
if
what
we'd
he
have
was
been
talking
in
about.
live in a fancy neighborhood, they would have come and got it.
Right. They would have taken care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this ties back into what we were just talking about, which was, do you remember what that was?
Why you moved to Nashville?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would never
Were
want
you going to help us out there?
Yeah, like Texas, Nashville. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I've never had a strong affinity for
door.
a lot of government. So anyway,
Right.
I think that was in me since I was a child, So when I started making money, I was like, I don't want to give all my money to the government.
Right.
I don't
Yeah,
know, dude.
I don't
If you're
think I'm-
stuck
I don't
somewhere,
mix the all
Yeah.
that shit.
you're
The last
telling me
thing
you're
was,
stuck in
gonna
an
die
avalanche.
and people are going to find you. I think he ate his own cum before he died.
What? Bro, where do these conversations be going? What?
Hey,
What
I'd
you
write a
guys
note.
been talking about for that to be the next line?
People try to hide.
I'd write a note that says I only had a
Because I was
little.
good enough. God did. That's a God
But I'm
did.
not dying on an
God,
empty stomach. I mean, you'd have to have something. You gotta have something.
Dude, died either way.
Yeah, one time this guy I knew was having sex with this girl, and like the rest of us were just kind of being lonely outside of his room.
Oh
And
man. Oh man.
we went on the balcony. We went on the
Picture you. How many guys are outside in the room being lonely?
3 guys.
Because just waiting their turn for real. I thought they was waiting
So
their
one
turn.
guy's in there getting his freak on, and everybody else is outside.
Oh, the sound, yeah. And because of the sound, you feel so much fucking lonelier, you know. So
Lonelier because
and
the
we
pipes
went
getting
outside
laid
on the
down.
balcony to like one guy was out there smoking a cigarette, and so then he starts listening to the sex through the window. Then he comes back in, he's like, "You guys got to come in here, you know.
What?
Chucky's doing some work in here, you know what I'm saying? Like this
Getting
is, you
busy.
know, it's worth coming out. You know, it's almost like if you hear a good song, like, hey guys.
Right.
So we went out and
Yeah, he heard something he liked to hear. He wanted to share it, so I guess you might as well call it a good
the
song.
guy leaned
Or a
too
new
close
song.
on the window and fell right through the fucking pane glass,
Oh,
dude. Cut himself
God,
up,
dog.
and then all of a sudden it's all exposed, and they're in there.
Oh
my
man.
Oh, it was.
Oh nah, that's crazy, bro. Nah, he definitely be having some stories to tell, bro. But hey, man, yeah, nah, Theo Von is an interesting character to say the least. Like, bro, you be like, where does that even come from? The stories, but hey, man, that's just life sometimes, man. It's just different type of cats out there. But man, love and appreciate you guys, man. At the end of the day, what can I say? It is what it is. What's going to be this project. Continue to come out with the content, videos, bangers over and over again for you guys. Follow all the socials down below. Like, I'm subscribed on the YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? We'll tweet here and there on Twitter, Twitter, TikTok. We've hit that up for little clips and content and stuff like that. And, you know, Instagram, or just like, you probably see some on the story, or just like, you know, don't post a whole lot on Instagram, but, you know, anyway. We are gonna do our thing and do it well, man. And you guys keep doing your thing. Like, I'm subscribed, post notifications, share it with your best friends before you go. And we gonna keep grinding, putting in that work, grind, time, and effort, and get to the top of that mountain, man. That is the vibe that DJ's on.